my old New Holland. Hey, that's how I start a lot of my videos, isn't it? Hey, but this subject of this video is not actually working with hay, it's working with silage. I got my old New Holland silage wagon dragged around here, and got a flat tire. I gotta knock that off the rim, and it's had a slow leak for years. I always just kept it pumped up this year. I decided to just pull it over here without taking a can of air over there to pump it up a little bit, and because the tire seemed stiff enough, it wasn't wrinkling too bad. But I wasn't expecting it to pull the valve stem from the tube rolling around some, but it did. So it'll give me a chance to knock it off and fix that really slow leak that's been in it. But anyhow, we got to get one more year out of this ancient old Holland wagon, silage wagon. As you can see, it originally was built, well, I don't want to say originally. They designed these sides and everything and the running gear to go on a manure spreader box. As you can see, the bottom part of it, and then these sides and the top and all go on it for use as a manure spreader. They just don't have the beaters, the back beaters on here, but they do have this two beaters in here, and looks like I don't see any. I can't see the ground through any of the floor. Well, I do a little bit, but it's not too bad. We'll run it some and see if we can get the thing to hold up one more year. As you can see, I've done lots of welding and patching and everything over the years, trying to get one more season out of it. And I didn't use it last year. I wasn't really expecting to use it this year, but it's good feed for the cattle, and I like doing it. Keeps me in shape, having to climb the silo and throw some out, so I'm going to put some in there. It's good exercise. More farmers ought to get rid of all their automated stuff and go back to doing stuff by hand. So what if you don't make as much money? You'll be in better physical shape, you live longer, have better quality of life. That's the way I look at it. And you'd be poor like me. But anyway, there's benefits to not having much money. You got to work hard and keep your body good and strong. But anyway, there you go. We'll work on it and get him greased and oiled and see if everything's still working. Yep. I'm going to use this old T-handled lug wrench instead of my Milwaukee electric impact. Well, it might work. I don't know. It's the wrong size. Yeah, it won't work on some of them. I'll have to get my ratchet in the right size socket. Well, I've got tire fixed, and really wasn't any leak I could find in the tube at all. Always did leak slow. It'll stay up long enough to get the silage cut. That's all that matters. Got everything all greased up now. I guess I'll hook up the PTO shaft and see if it works. So far so good. Yep, chains are dragging it to the back. If I can just keep those chains from breaking when the silage is in there. I probably won't put a real large load on there. Small to average size. I got to clean up over here where I put the blower. Doesn't amount to much, moving that bush hog and a couple other things. Cutting the grass. And, did I already say that? Leveling it up a little bit. Nothing new. Wow, we were out of focus there for a moment. I guess the smart thing for me to do is get the blower out and check that out. Because if the blower is not going to be in a condition where it's functioning, then there's no reason to cut any silage at all. So I should be getting everything else ready. So let's go on a hard target search for that blower. I think I put it in the lower barn. Let's go see. This is our lower barn, what we call the lower barn. It's a 5-foot tobacco barn. When I say 5 foot, that means you use sticks that were 6 foot tall, because the tar poles, as we call them, are 5 feet apart. So the sticks were extra heavy. And look, here it is, right here. The silage blower. It's an old international one. I know, I got an IH piece of equipment, and it's always worked fine. It looks like it's could possibly still be functional. Let's get it inside. I think I can get it around this old little giant corn elevator. Let's see. I kind of have to pull this thing out by hand most of the way. That may show you my superhuman strength. Well, I must supplement my superhuman strength with some air pressure in this tire that's flat, because I can't pull it over that bumpity bump flat spot in that tire. So let me go get my air tank. Oh, while I'm here in the barn, let me show you these really nice, super cool 30.5s. Old pulling, well, they're not pulling tires, but they're going to be made into putting on some classic pulling tractors. I got two sets of them. The other one's over there, kind of. But this is what we were going to use if we ever found the classic pulling tractor solid junk and put on there. But I don't think anybody will ever be able to get that. It's a mystery. It's a mystery where it is. It really is. If any of it is even left, I don't know. But we could build a replica of it, and also I had another project I'd like to use these on. I want to get a 4230 narrow front and put a twin turbo setup on that like they did back in the day. And again, these are all things I'd like to do, but I got things that I have to do that are going to preempt the things I'd like to do. So, oh, look at this. This is a neat old case drill, green drill that we saved from the scrap yard. I don't know. Look like it could possibly still function. Still got some of the instructions on it. I don't know what year it's from, but it's got steel wheels on it. I got to get out my John Deere green drill, Van Brunt green drill, because I've got to do some drilling this fall. Anyway, all right, I've been jawing enough. Oh, look. Some of the old dirt toys we had when we were kids. All the important ones, the ones that really mattered, the Earl John Deere toys I took in the house. But these are still out here in case any grandkids come along and want to play. This barn is where we had some big farms in this barn, because we didn't have lumber stacked there. We had a lot of open space. This was all open. There wasn't all these tires in there when I was a kid. And this is where we would have our play farms. We had about 300 acres in cultivation here with our toy Ertl tractors. So anyway, all right, now I'm done talking. Let me go get some air. Hope that tire will hold air. We'll see. Got the air tank. Let's see what happens. Let's hope it takes some air. Air's going in. It seems like it's going to hold a little bit. That's a good thing. Snoopy is looking for some mice. Yeah, we're getting the tire to come up somewhat. That's good. Now I got 2 wheels that'll roll. Let's see if I can pull it out. Reason you got to pull it by hand is you can't make the turn with a tractor. So anyway, plus I just like to work out. You know, when I talk about superhuman strength, I'm just joking, right? Come on, Billy. There you go. The dogs never miss an opportunity for a nice little tractor ride. Up while we're here, and I want to show you this PTO shaft. I'm not sure. Can you see how bad that's twisted? That's why I don't put my 4010 on there. That when the load starts to get pretty heavy and hard on the blower, it wouldn't pay any attention to it. It's got over 200 horse. It's between 2 and 250. It would, I'm afraid it would wring that thing the rest of the way off. You can see how much it's twisted. It's been that way for 30 years. I guess keep running it till it twists off, and then put a new one on there. But anyhow, just got to put a little bit of oil on my chain. This was back when they used to use chocks of oak wood as chain tighteners, and it seemed to work fine. So I'll put a little oil on there, some Earl. This is how we use some of the oil we drain out of the tractors when we change the oil. It's nothing better in the world for things like this. A wood preservative is good for oiling things up. It's also rust preventative on metal too. So we use a lot of it. Yep. Get some on a oak block there so it won't wear so quick. There you go. Now we need to use our grubbing hoe to get things leveled up, and like I usually have to dig a little bit of a gouge here for the tire to sit in, and then we'll push it back in position, try to get it lined up with our pipe think that's pretty close. Let's take a look. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That'll work. Now we just got to pick up this pipe, set it over to here. That's PVC. It's pretty heavy. When it was metal pipe, it was thin enough. It didn't weigh a whole lot. I could pick up on that, get it off of that where it's hooked on there. This little hanger I made, and set it on there. But now I got a wasp on my shoulder. But now with that heavy PVC, I've got to use the front end loader to set it over there. So I'll take care of that. Looks like it's lined up pretty good though. Yep. Yep. Everything seems to be lined up pretty good. Well, just got to unbolt this and bump it over and bolt her up. Got him bolted down. Now let's bring the cutter around, see what kind of shape that's in. Well, there it is. Most years I've kept it in the red barn up there, but didn't make it in there this time. Let's drag it out the weeds. Now we got to sharpen the blades. There you go. Definitely need to be gone over a little bit. We have this stone there that you can adjust down as it's running and rub it back and forth across there. That sharpens it up. I will demonstrate. That's a lot closer. That's not too awful bad. That'll do. It'll do. That's pretty sharp. Now we'll get the rest of it greased up. Get some video of me cutting some silage tomorrow morning. Get you then. My old New Holland.